Finding the right 5K monitor for your Apple setup, it's been kind of a nightmare, honestly. On one side, you have the Studio display from Apple, which looks great and fits the Apple aesthetic, but it starts at $1,600. That doesn't include the nano texture display upgrade, the VESA mount, the movable stand that it has. You can spend upwards of $2,000 on a device that's over 3 years old. And then you have the opposite side of the spectrum where you go on Amazon, find these no-name brands that charge you $500 for a 5K monitor with pixel perfect accuracy, and they promise everything, but quality control is lacking, they burn out way too fast, and you end up wasting your $500. So I would advise you to avoid anything that promises that for $500. Well, it looks like BenQ with their brand new 5K designer monitor gave us something to strongly consider if you are in the Apple ecosystem, whether it is macOS or, like myself, iPadOS 26, which has been a game changer. Let's talk about it. So first off, let's start off with the display itself. For a little bit of context, I'm coming from a 4K BenQ monitor, and the moment I changed it up and switched to this 5K monitor, I noticed the difference immediately. Getting that much more screen resolution and that much more pixel quality, as well as that much more screen real estate is something that I really wasn't expecting. So this is a true 27-inch Retina 5K monitor at 5120 by 2880 with a 218 ppi. That means that your text is going to be crisp, your images are sharp, and your color gradients are buttery smooth. And like I said, you're getting 77% more usable workspace compared to a 4K monitor. So for anyone using macOS or even iPadOS 26 with their new floating windows, that extra screen real estate and the scalability is absolutely unmatched. So whether you're editing high-res photos, designing in CAD, coding, or just juggling multiple applications, you're going to notice the clarity as well as the extra room on this display. And again, I was coming from a 32-inch 4K, and somehow the 27-inch 5K makes me feel like I have a bigger display overall, just because I can fit much more on there and not lose any quality. And again, this is BenQ, where each one of their monitors comes with its own color quality certificate, and the image quality is where BenQ really does flex their muscles and their experience. You get a 2001 contrast ratio, deeper blacks, realistic shadows, and a certified HDR10 support, all tuned to deliver details from light to dark without crushing highlights or losing any gradients. But something that really only designers are going to notice here is going to be the uniformity compensation, which comes enabled by default. So what this means is that edge to edge and corner to corner, you get consistent brightness and color accuracy across the entire panel. No dark spots, no odd color shifts near the edges, which is sometimes where you lose a little bit of that pixel density and that clarity. And again, this is something that sets it apart from those cheap monitors I mentioned earlier, where those will lose some pixel density and some color quality at the edges of the screen, and it'll go quickly. And then when it comes to color accuracy, the PD2730S, I know it's a mouthful, it separates itself completely. It hits 98% of the P3 color space, 100% of the sRGB, and 100% of the REC709, all with verified certifications from Calman and Pantone. And then you have BenQ's Palette Master Ultimate software. In about 5 minutes, you can calibrate your display to maintain perfect color accuracy even across multiple monitors in your workflow. And as somebody who is in the Apple ecosystem, their Display Color Talk tool makes it easy to match colors between that monitor and your MacBook even without any extra hardware. And I know that most people watching this do care about how color accurate they are, especially compared to their standard, which is going to be on their MacBook or even on their iPad. This is going to be great for your productivity. And then some other tidbits about the hardware. I'm in an environment where there is a lot of natural light and a lot of windows, so glare is something that does happen. But BenQ uses a NanoMat panel, which makes it perfect for this windowed environment that relies on a lot of natural sunlight. And then one other important thing about these types of monitors is that they're also acting like a USB-C or Thunderbolt Hub. Thunderbolt Hubs go from anywhere to $200 to $500 on that higher end, which are very reliable. So having that pretty much included inside of the monitor itself is something that people should definitely consider, because I use this monitor as my main hub now. I no longer use an external Thunderbolt hub, because this is all you're going to need. You have a Thunderbolt 4 port with 90 watts of power delivery, so you can plug your MacBook or even your iPad Pro with a single cable, giving you charging, video, and data throughput all with one single cable. And then you also get an HDMI 2.1 port, a DisplayPort 1.4, full USB hub with both Type A and Type C ports for your accessories. So I plug in my external drives, my external SSD, I plug in my external webcam, and everything goes directly through the actual monitor. So to give you a little list, you have a Thunderbolt 4 port, HDMI port, DisplayPort, 3 USB-A ports, you get a USB-C downstream and upstream, and you even get a nice little headphone jack. And they're placed in an area that's very easy to access and makes sense in desk setups. And I do briefly want to mention how well it works with iPadOS 26. It scales perfectly, it makes your iPad feel like an actual computer, because with the new windowing system, it makes it a lot more free-flowing. So if you're looking for a professional setup and you're an iPad first user, then this is going to be a great option for you at the 5K monitor scale, which you can also manage through the settings application. But of course, with macOS, you get a lot more functionality, like being able to daisy chain these monitors and getting a multi-monitor setup. So for me, after years of using BenQ monitors, this new 5K designer display by BenQ feels like the ultimate package. It's my USB-C/Thunderbolt hub. It gives me perfect picture quality. It's my USB/Thunderbolt 4 hub that's built in. It works with all my devices, with my Mac Mini, with my iPad Pro. So big shout out for BenQ for partnering up with 9to5Mac on this video. They did sponsor this, so I'll leave everything linked down below for you guys to check it out. And let me know in the comment down below of what you think about this 5K monitor. Is this something that you would consider? Do you have a BenQ monitor currently? Do you use a studio display? Have you tried those cheaper 5K monitors? Let's discuss in the comments down below and see what the best outcome is for 5K monitors, because now we should be moving on from 4K to 5K as being the standard from a designer standpoint. But that'll do it. If you guys made it to the end, leave a little dolphin. And if you want to watch more videos like this one, check out one of these videos right here. Until next time, peace.